We are the Borg. We're continuing onwards with our conquest of whatever's in front of us right now. We already managed to take the Krenin with their timey-wimey ice train vision, super secret stuff. And for some reason, this was enabled. I don't know why. Anyway, we're back. So, right now, our intermediary goal will be to upgrade the Unicomplex to something a little bit more interesting. I think we have spheres as well. Pulse wave torpedo is nice, but in all honesty, it's a weapon you can use to take out any sort of it's good against armor, but it doesn't do a lot of shield damage. And considering this is Star Trek, there is quite a lot of shield and not a lot of ablative. What is this? Rogue drone station. Yes. How could I forget about that? So the rogue drone station is there. Not a lot we can do about that at the moment. But our income is kind of nice, so we at least have got that going for us. And are we building stations wherever we can? Yes, we are, so that's good. The Unicomplex also building stations. Right now, for us, it's just more of a case of getting as many things rolling in terms of our economy, getting as many minerals as we can, taking some of the smaller nations as well, and basically taking it from there. Let's take a look here at our Unity stuff. Expansion, of course, going to be important because core sector systems and all that stuff. So yeah, that's going to come up very soon. Yeah, okay, system survey has been completed, and right now we're just waiting for basically to find a couple of decent targets, preferably some of the species that are hanging out in space somewhere, some of the primitive ones, for instance, the ones that we managed to assimilate over at planet 58008. So yeah, building upkeep, hydroponics farm, food we are fine for now. Resettlement costs is something that we do need quite a lot of, so we'll definitely get that rolling as soon as we can. We're gonna need another construction ship. And mainly to hook up these territories. Like I said before, we're gonna leave the Krenim to their own devices for a little bit and basically have them expand as much as they can and then assimilate them as time progresses. That's the idea there anyway. Okay, so this construction ship currently done. Let's get all the mining stations rolling. There's a lot of planets that we can, or at least a lot of systems that we can do stuff with. So our territory itself is relatively compact for the moment. We're going to keep it like that, at least for now, and try to develop our infrastructure first. There's some minerals over here that we need. Mining stations are still fairly expensive, but that shouldn't be a big problem. We're still, obviously, in the Delta Quadrant. Our immediate goal will be to conquer the northern edge of the Delta Quadrant in itself, then move over towards Beta and then Alpha. Gamma, I'm not really all that interested in, as the show is mostly developed in the Alpha, Beta, and Delta Quadrant. Gamma Quadrant is very much left behind. We know that the Dominion are there, but overall, I don't think they're not all that interesting. We also need to build a planetary administration at some point, but we can't really do anything with that at the moment. Assimilated a bunch of stuff. That's good. We don't really need to do anything here for a little while. Unicomplex. Definitely want to clear all these tile blockers and get access to the minerals here. And then at some point we will upgrade the Unicomplex from the expansion location, which is pretty cool stuff. Defense satellites. Warp speed plus 5 starbase 3. Listening posts. Listening posts are interesting because obviously it allows us to have vision inside of enemy territory. Which is something that I'm very interested in at the moment, because we don't really have vision inside of these systems, which is why we want a listening post. What is this? Leader has upgraded. Good. Energy is a potential issue, so let's get that rolling. Yeah, food is not really a problem, and it won't be for a long time. We're at plus 14 right now. Our growth is at 14% in addition to the base, so That is very, very positive. And I know there is a bunch of... I know the Voth are up here. The Talaxians are up here. The Kazon. Basically species that I don't really care about. And I think are generally quite useless. Okay, that's cool, bro. Not entirely sure what you said there, but I'm sure it was important. One thing that I find interesting is I don't think the map actually has the Dyson Sphere from TNG Relics, which would be a cool addition, but that is sadly not on the cards anytime soon, considering Mega Engineering is part of the Utopia update, and the New Horizons mod is designed to play with the base game. So, yeah, it's a pretty big no-go there when it comes to getting some of these really cool items into the mod. I've actually talked to the developers about adding pops to ships, so you could basically do the whole thing with the Nomad fleet and stuff like that. Oh, we still have a couple of guys that are trying to mess around with my stuff. Yeah, that's annoying. We need to go and kill off these rogue drones. They're just probes, so they're not the end of the world, but our fleet is already fairly battered. Yeah, and the Krenim, like, who cares about them at this stage, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's annoying. So yeah, all these cutting beams, they're doing their thing, which is obviously a bit annoying, but nothing that we can do about it for at the moment. Let's go to Plaid. Okay, leader is upgraded. Okay, transwarp conduit 2, so we'll be able to increase the speed of our ships. That's gonna be pretty important. And we're just looking around at the moment, trying to find new species to assimilate down the pipe. Transwarp conduit 2, physics research increased. So let's go here, upgrade to the next tier. We'll do the same thing for the various spheres. We can just remove one and just upgrade them to the next tier. Not entirely sure. Oh, okay, so we don't have... okay, operational computer, omnidirectional transwarp conduit, Mark II. Okay. And we can upgrade, I think, for 175. So 57 even. So it's not really all that interesting. It's just a case of getting it done. That is a construction ship. We want to get that the hell out of there. Yeah, goddammit. They've managed to destroy the frontier outpost. Okay, only... We finished check. Up to 3 options will be generated. I only see 2 here. Alright, army damage. Now these rogue drones need to go. Where are you guys going? In Thera. Yeah, they're going to one of our main systems. Got a lot of minerals already, so... So let's just rebuild the outpost, and... we're almost there for the mining stations, so that is good. But we'll build these ones instead. Yeah, plus 50, we're only 13 years in. It's pretty early. Why? Oh, hello, the Krenim are here. Okay, so the Krenim are helping out right now. They got 15 ships, 15 crew, 15 corvettes. They should be able to take out the rogue drones without too much trouble. We're gonna lose this outpost here, so kind of annoying. But the Krenim will take out the rogue drones. So offensive asset 01 will take care of all that stuff. We've made first contact with the Zal Technocracy, the High Governor Gar, and they're right next door. They're inferior to us in any way, shape, or form. They have a defensive pact with somebody, and they are independence guaranteeing the Krenim Imperium. Fine by me. Okay, let's go to the surface here, and okay, this is all updated. Okay, We can't clear this at the moment because of the mineral costs, but whatever. Let's see if we can take out the rogue drone station, because they are a bit of a pain in the ass. As you may have noticed, my PC is running a little bit slower than usual. It's because I'm rendering a 2.5 hour long video in the background. A video that's going to be released maybe before or after this episode. I don't know. Maybe on the Wednesday. It's a speed run, and I've done a speed run for the base game, so that maybe is something interesting for people to look at. It's 2 hours long though, so I managed to actually finish a whole campaign in 2 hours, which in itself is actually, yeah, it's alright. Like, it's not the fastest way of doing it, and I made a lot of tiny mistakes, so that's something that you may want to keep an eye on, but still. Okay, can we upgrade this fleet? Yes, we can. We lost a single ship. A single constructor. We're at 50 minerals a turn right now. A turn is a month in this particular game. Alpha aliens. Yeah, we have no entries for those. We can't actually look at them, sadly. Unity-wise, we need to assimilate another species in order to make Jew here. Actually, we need to send the fleet out to take care of this goddamn rogue drone place. Let's take a look at the unit complex. So we should be able to clear another tile next month. And that should be fine, to be honest. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and clear. Perfect. But yeah, no, we're having a lot of fun with the Borg in general. I'm really looking forward to get my cubes and send them out to the Alpha Quadrant to assimilate Earth. That's the long-term goal here anyway, because it's still fairly early in the game. Yeah, I was afraid of that. The amount of armor on this thing is actually kind of ridiculous. As soon as we lose a single ship, I'm going to GTFO. We're doing very limited damage, sadly. But don't we even have shields on our ships? That's what's going on? I don't know. This construction ship's currently just hanging out. Okay, so you're just waiting for orders to mine. Let's take a look here. Okay, offensive asset 01 is still trying to take down this rogue drone station. We are thankfully regenerating fairly quickly. And the rogue drone station is basically cycling its targets, so we're not having too much trouble here. But it's also regenerating, I think. Yeah, I thought as much. But we just need to get rid of this damn station so we can move on with our lives and not being harassed by rogue drones all the goddamn time. Excellent. Storage bay. Mineral output +1. Adjacency effect. Interesting. Armor exoplating, army health, research fleet +5. That's good. Planetary administration. Yeah, our growth is fine for the moment. We could use a little bit more food, but overall, I think we're fairly good. Happiness -. Oh, right, because we assimilated them, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So we're about 1/3 through the rogue drone station at the moment. So it's going pretty well. I am going to build a mineral silo here because of the adjacency effect to minerals. That should boost the mineral output of these two tiles quite significantly. And we should... Actually, I'm going to cancel these for the moment because we need to build an industrial fabricator instead, just to get the cost low. Oh, keep the cost low. We don't have the resources right now of doing anything else, but yeah. Okay, unit complex, doing fine. Let's build another astral mining bay. They're really cheap. Mark II. The guarantee has been revoked. The Krenim Imperium stopped guaranteeing the independence of the Zal Empire. Fascinating. Has a truce with the Borg Collective and the Zal Technocracy, and has a non-aggression pact with the Zal Technocracy. Right now, they are inferior to us in fleet power, but for some reason, they are superior to us. I'm not entirely sure why. We should be, on paper, we are stronger than them by quite some margin. So I'm not entirely sure what is up with that. Need planetary administration. God damn it. Okay. We can build a bunch of food, though, so that's positive. Okay. And all this other stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Listening posts. Nice. Pulse Wave Torpedo, Mining Network 3. Regenerative Armor, 28 months. I like the Mining Network 3 at the moment. That's very frustrating. Okay, so they have decided to colonize another planet, Benthos. I know that the Krenim has a larger fleet than we do right now, which is something we want to keep our eye on. And they may try to take back their worlds, or at least our worlds. Try to, you know, try to make sure that their old population returns, which is not going to happen, obviously. But they can let them dream for a little bit. The problem is, obviously, is that their fleet power is pretty strong. All right, we get 100 minerals, 100 energy, and 100 unity. That's actually really nice. Let's send you guys back to the Unicomplex to upgrade. And let's build a frontier outpost. I'm kind of surprised that there's no other species down here so far. I know the Herodian are down here as well. We didn't lose any frigates, did we? No. That's good. But considering we have stations on every single planet, I don't think there's any way they can take them, because it's 2,500 fleet power per station. And especially if they're going to try to attack the Unicomplex, which I really doubt, they're going to run into some serious trouble. Barney Rubble, etc. And I'm really, like, the Krenim can colonize these worlds. I don't have a problem with that. It's just more of a case of, hey, I want Kobali and I want Krenim itself for assimilation purposes. It's quite a lot of population here as well, so... I cannot declare war for another 5 years. That's to be expected. Energy-wise, we are very strong. Okay, so the fleet has been upgraded. It's now 1,000 fleet power. The Unicomplex is expanding nicely. How much energy do we have? Okay, let's move a food tile here. Yeah, so we are growing some Borg right now. Cool. Interesting. Cool. The food is being constructed, so the energy is coming online. Trading center, not really all that interesting. Hydroponics, etc. Okay. Industrial fabricator, yes. We can always replace that later, so. Okay, offensive asset is doing fine. Just hanging out at the Unicomplex, you know. It's Tuesday, I guess. Just hanging out, being cool. Krenim are now equivalent to us. That is a problem. They cannot outcompete the Borg. But we have a lot more, we have 13 more minerals than we started out with at the start of this session, so. It's a growth process, I would say. I'm kind of waiting for some tech to come in so that we can balance our economy a little bit better. And also Astro Mining Bay 3 is going to completely boost our economy into the atmosphere. Okay. So, armies, I got a bunch of Borg ready to go. Edit edicts, extensive tars. Okay, never mind. Let's go and build a listening post. Let's max this bad boy out. There we go. And we will build a listening post. You're building an outpost. The listening post is... We cannot afford one. Okay, that was unexpected. They are kind of expensive, apparently. Okay, we can at least afford the mining station, so there's an additional 6 minerals. But yeah, pretty good. Pretty good so far. This system has a lot of Trillium D. It's additional armor. We definitely want that. Trillium D is definitely one of those things you don't want to get into your brain or into your system if you are, in fact, a one of those Romulan derivatives. You know, them Vulcan scumbags. Those pointy-eared assholes. Yes. Okay, so... Planet modifiers, planet building speed and building costs has been reduced. Increased building speed, but reduces cost, obviously. And yes, I'm aware that it's probably not a good idea to... we could probably actually... impact from range of influence gain. It doesn't really impact all that much. Pre-fire chamber and tacticals. The nuclear electronics lab. Okay. So Unit Complex 1 has a complete and total population already. So what we're going to do is we're just going to resettle a bunch of pops here into a more useful location. Say, for instance, here. And it's a decent use of influence because right now this pop will grow on this tile right now. And all the other pops will obviously slowly but grow as well. So we have more growth over the entire system right now. Theta aliens. Let's investigate those. It's either the VOF or somebody else. Still no, you know, small starter empires around, which is kind of worrying. We kind of want those to the south of us, so we can more effectively expand. But sadly not the case so far. Also, we don't appear to be expanding at the moment for some reason, population-wise. Okay, inferior. The Kazon sects. Sects even, not sex. But yeah, the Kazon, inferior to us. They are inferior in every way. 3 planets, Kazon, Nidion, and Tribe. They will make excellent fodder for the Hive, the collective. Ah, there we go. So we need 360 to get the next level, the next batch of minerals, which is fine. Do we need to upgrade these? We probably should upgrade the science ships as well as the construction ships. There we go. So let's upgrade the construction ships, make them a little bit faster. Like transwarp drive and transwarp conduits 2 and all that jazz, so... Most excellent so far. That's a little bit slow episode, I know. The Borg are just rebuilding themselves slightly after that war. Small engagement here and there. Trying to get enough minerals to do what we need to do. Okay, can we just build stations instead? And additional minerals are always good anyway. Okay, you're just building. And the offensive asset, same story there. So I guess 1,000 fleet power, which is quite good, but the number of ships is a problem. It's kind of the naked Corvette issue, where quantity has a quality of its own. Hey, Esprit sentient species, and it's very big. Oh my, where is this? Okay, well, in the words of Locutus, you will be assimilated. Another species will be joining us. Size 25 as well is incredibly useful, to say the least. Especially this far down, we can just sync those up with different stations. Or maybe build a unit complex here at some point, but getting all these ships ready to go and time to assimilate the enemy, or at least, well, these poor aliens, so to speak. And I already have a name for the planet in mind. It's going to be great. I've put a lot of thought into the naming schemes here. Obviously, we got Planet 1337, Planet 58008, and Planet 3.14159. But the next one's going to be great. I'm not even sure if I've got the correct naming scheme there, but we'll see. Okay, the transport fleet is on its way. It's got a little bit of a long ways to go. Got no orders. Interesting. More mining outposts then. Okay, these are all being filled up. Cool, but Assimilation will have to wait till next episode. The Borg are slowly but spreading their tendrils over the Delta Quadrant. Until next time, take good care of yourselves, and you will be assimilated.